Episode 166, boys. We're getting closer to that magical number of 200. Can you imagine that 200 times I've been on this show? Unfortunately, today we're missing somebody again. We're missing the great man, Wick, who's batting 1,000, Tassie. Batting 1,000 is Lance.
1,000 from 1,000, otherwise known as one from one. How good was he?
How good was Wick? One and done?
that's what we say at work sometimes. But
actually, his roughy got up to in the Epsom too. It paid $4.70.
Got a nice third place, yes.
For Golden Mile. Battler.
Well, he loves the Blue Battlers.
Yeah, he does.
And the Blue Battlers did produce.
Well, his hero was Bart. So, of course, it doesn't surprise me that he's thrown to the grandson. And he used to rate AJ as well, but AJ's got he doesn't have many horses at the moment as he did. But anyway.
Is it possible he's not here because he's blue battling himself right now as well? Because
I think he's got the wheelbarrow. He can't sit down straight because I think
the wallet's fat.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, welcome, mate. Well done, mate. Here you go, mate.
G'day, boys. Good afternoon to you too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, how good was Lance? I mean, he turns up for 1 week, goes bang, bang. Pick the winner. That's going to be best of the day. I'll throw a roughie in and $4 a place. Yeah. See you later.
It was a magical beginning. Talking about magical beginnings, let's just start off the show today by saying how good was last week's AFL Grand Final. You talk about goosebumps.
Magic.
I've had goosebumps, Tassie, twice in my life. It was when I was standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon and when I was walking around at Christmas time in Venetia, in Venice. I thought I was floating like I was in a movie, but watching that game of football, it was epic.
It wasn't too bad. I think for many non-Collingwood lovers, it was terrible. For me personally,
it was great for non-Collingwood.
No, it was a great game.
It was an awesome game.
I don't know.
You got 80,000 Collingwood members cheering on Collingwood, and the rest of Australia cheering on Brisbane.
No, I think what you'll find is go down to Lygon Street, go and ask a few people down there how they feel.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Head down to
Bali and ask Razor.
Moorabbin. That's it. Go down to Geelong. Do you know what I mean? Ask them. Ask the Tigers. Ask the Bombers. You know how they feel about it. They'll tell you exactly what they feel. But they did deserve the win. Let's be honest.
Do you think it is the best game of football you've ever seen in your life? For me, it's up there.
No. I think it was an absolutely fantastic game. But the best game of football that I saw was 1995 Grand Final, Carlton Geelong, and I was in that crowd.
It was a whitewash.
That was fantastic. You wanted to know? No, it was great. It was a really, really, really good game of football, no doubt.
One of the best games of football I've ever seen in my life, Taz, was the 1999 preliminary final when Carlton handed the Roos the 1999 Cup.
I know. How good was that? I was up in Cairns and I flew down. To watch that game.
Yeah.
Got tickets. It was amazing. And then I flew back and like the grand final for us, it was whatever.
You guys was cool.
We won. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Essendon were flying. You know, they were basically lost 2 for the year and basically were going through undefeated. And North, we could never beat them ever. James Hird would just stand up and kick 9. Carey would kick 13. Wouldn't matter. Lloyd and Hird would. But that who was the guy who tackled Dean Bailey? Seriously,
Fraser Brown.
Fraser Brown. If I ever see Fraser Brown, he won't buy a drink again. I'll tell you what, that night because thank God. Thank God. Dean Wallace is a flog. But anyway,
yes,
yeah, no, that was a great game. But I thought last week the epic, the goals, the pressure, the people standing up in the moment. It was bloody amazing. And then a couple of brain
unbelievable.
That 50 from Charlie. Ooh, they talk about the advantage rule that cost them the game, which is a lot of shit. Because how can you cost someone a game? There's a minute and a half to go. Come on.
That's right. I don't think that game comes down to 1 minute. That's it's 2 teams playing very good 4 quarters of football, and like you said, either team would have deserved that win. Collingwood a bit off in front of goal. I know there was a few rush behinds, but geez, they weren't that accurate, were they?
Doesn't matter.
Should have won by a lot more.
Doesn't matter.
I've got Archie annoying me again here today. Sorry,
Who's
boys.
Your dog?
Oh, just because I've come back inside.
Why did you
tip for the night?
Oh, because he's a nightmare. Here we go.
Okay.
Hang on. I've got a couple of dogs coming up again, but anyway, different story.
Got the hot mail from Archie.
I'll keep those for Woodsy.
Pairs a bit stiff. I had Pendles, side bottom, Jackie Crisp and Hugh McGluggage for Norm Smith. Unfortunately, young Bobby Hill.
No Bobby Hill.
Suck shit, Pez. Because they were all pretty good. McGluggage was great in
They
the
were.
second half, but Jesus Christ, Bobby Hill, what a game. You know what he was picked up as, Taz? You know what Collingwood gave up?
Nothing. Bugger all.
And they
Ham
gave up
sandwich.
a second-round draft pick, which was pick 43 for Bobby Hill, the champion now of the Collingwood Football Army, not of the game, the Army.
But he has had problems as well off the field within himself, which I don't think a lot of people know. So good on him. Absolutely.
He had a bit of Jack the Dancer, didn't he? Yeah. So bloody amazing.
So
good
great
game. And then how about the poor old Brisbane Flogs, eh? Sunday night, 16 minutes to go. They're up 24-8.
NRL.
Barney's just going, he's ripping up his ticket. He had a multi going for about 700. He's going, and then all of a sudden Nathan Cleary just goes, hang on.
Nathan Cleary, hold my beer.
Jesus Christ.
I can honestly say I didn't watch that game.
Oh.
No, I did. And I can say that was another great game.
Hang on.
Sorry,
Marto.
Carry
I
on,
was only talking. Yeah, I can only say I didn't watch that game because as much as it is a lovely sport, I think Dennis Pagan used to say dancing with your sister. Well, all they need with that NRL is a bit of music, and it's playing Pass the Parcel at a 15th birthday. That's all it is. Here it is. Pass the Parcel.
I always used to think it was like playing British Bulldog with a footy.
Yeah, it's not my favourite sport, even though I do watch it.
No,
it's a good game. A good game of league, Marto. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. I mean, I agree. AFL's the sport of kings, but the NRL it's got a bit of excitement in the sport, and we love to watch it, and we love to bet on it. We love to support. We love to boo.
You used to love the biffo in the NRL, and look, I do take the
do that anymore.
No, not anymore.
I reckon there's no drug testing in the NRL because I don't know how you can be that size they are now. If you watch a game from the 70s and the 80s, who were just normal men.
Yeah, but they were brickies and concreters back then.
What's that?
They were brickies and concreters back then.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they were just normal blokes running around. Now they're just chiseled, they're massive. And they just run the 80 minutes. It's like, how the hell do you do it? Anyway,
no, it's nothing like that. They're just athletes, mate. They are prime elite athletes.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's one sport where they don't mind it, and that's in America, because in the gridiron, because they have their own rules, their own federation, everything, their own sanctions. They can do whatever they want.
Yes.
But here, because we're governed by WADA and ASADA and stuff with the A-League, the NRL and the AFL, no, I don't think that they're cheating like that. I just think they're machines.
Thank you. And of course,
purposely built.
The key. Recommendation was a bad recommendation. It was absolutely horrible in the last. So I'm going to give up. Recommendation's got to put a line through it. Wasn't a bad run, wasn't a great run. London Point. Oh my God, this was written not to win, Tass.
Well, basically, once my Lady Di was out, and I thought die, as in Lady Di died, I had to stay with that theme and find another shit horse, and I did. London Point. How terrible. Anyway, it was. It was a substitute. It didn't go well. I own it, but I'll keep a lookout for Lady Di.
The inevitable was inevitable, as it always looks amazing, but never wins.
No, you're right. And pretty shocking run. Not the same horse that was running 2 weeks prior. It's a totally different horse.
Pretty exciting news about the quaddie today, Taz. We're going to maybe do something a little bit different. I think the fans
I'm excited.
Us all.
You're excited.
Yeah.
We've been we've struggled a bit. So it might be time for a change.
Yes. Marto, I think that what Pezza was alluding to was that due to my strike rate.
I was trying to stay faithful for you, Taz.
It's chasing. No, you don't need to.
3 strikes.
Okay,
You don't need to.
You got your hand up.
And
you got your hand up.
Do you know what the worst thing is?
Oh.
What leg would I have had this week, Pezza?
Oh, mate, it would have been.
I would have had the second leg, wouldn't I?
Oh no, you would have had the Turnbull. Would have been all right.
Yeah,
only the Turnbull.
No, so I would have had the second leg.
Yeah.
And the week that I would have got it,
$2 pop
shoe in that I would have got it, I get booted out. But that's okay.
I reckon he's a moral.
Moral. Boys, I just think we're just going to mention how we welcome the support of Back Galaxy to put a line through it, to PaLTI. We just want to say thank
Great
you.
to have them on board.
Thank you for your continued support throughout the Spring Carnival. It's good to have someone behind us, always there offering us to give us a bit of a hand. And, of course, giving the members a bit of a hand too. We might be able to talk about a little competition a little bit later. Made by PaLTI. Put a line through it. But thank you again, Back Galaxy, for coming on board.
Do you know much about them, Pezza, the background?
Yeah,
Like,
I know a little bit. I've been dealing pretty close with them. But, yeah, Taz, you might have a bit of a closer connection being in Victoria.
Well, yeah, like if you're in the old days, and when I say the old days, for me, it's probably back in the early 80s or right through, because that's when I started hitting the track. The good old rails bookmakers were around.
Yep.
And blokes that I knew, McLaughlin, Sam Perry, Graham, Marchiotta, rails bookmakers. And I'm led to believe that these are pretty much the same ilk of people. So when we're having a bet with Bet Galaxy, we're actually having a bet with a bookie. So it's a really good thing.
Yeah, the cool thing about these guys, Tassie, is they're Vic Rails bookies that are now licensed in online gaming, which is great. And they're very simple. My brother is a big fan. Uncle Simon, he was using the tab, and he reckons the formatting's hard, it's all tough, but he reckons just because Bet Galaxy concentrate based on domestic races and Australian sports, it's pretty easy to use. So
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that the navigation's pretty easy to look around. So I'm on there myself, and I'm quite happy with them. The odds are quite competitive with other bookies as well. And as they say, they're the fastest growing new bookie on the scene.
There we go. I like it. Good on you, boys and girls at Bet
But
Thank you.
But remember one thing.
Yes.
You might win some today, but how much will you lose? So
That's
we'll always
right.
be respectful and mindful when you're gambling.
I used to always think about that, like what else could you buy? I wouldn't spend, $2 on the extra, the tomato sauce that I wanted. I'd always be going for the cheaper option. And then I'd go and throw 300 on a horse, and I'd be like, holy shit, that extra $2 really cost me.
Because I knew a bloke that used to do the same. He'd blow those days, we're talking a while ago, he'd blow anything between, 500 and say $1,000 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. And then he'd have to go home and they'd be going out for dinner. Yeah. So when they'd go to the pub, guess what he'd have?
Oh, mate, cheapest?
The cheapest. So it'd be like, hang on a tick. I'll have the sausages and mash, thanks, mate, for dinner.
With the chips and gravy.
Don't be a mug punter. Remember what you could be buying,
That's right.
That extra,
that's right. Very responsibly.
That's right. Anyway, as we said, Lance is luculent. We, clearly expressed, easy to understand, a high level of clarity and precision in communication. How good.
And Pantaloni, you know what that Pantaloni means? Pants, and he pants the bookies with their own.
Yeah, I love
that. Well done, Lance.
Well done.
It's a pity you're not here, mate.
Hopefully...
What's his name? Is it Lance or is it Lenny? Or is it, what's his name?
No, Lance.
Lance. Oh, Lance. Luke.
I remember Lenny.
Is it? Yeah. I know that. I'm staring. Because he does get the names wrong every now and again, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. He likes a bit of Kelly Underwood there. Yeah, talking about Kelly Underwood, Marta, you're going a bit Lancy, the Blue Butler.
We all love the Blue Battlers, mate. And I like this horse. I think the Benedetta form from the last race is really going to stand up in this field. I just think Jamie Carr pushed the button just a little bit too early last start, and that's when Benedetta got him got her on the line rather.
Tough
and
race
there's
again,
no Bennett. Tough race.
Very tough race.
Horses in this race.
What's the other one?
Magic Time is the danger.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be taking the same line home. They're going to be running just off the pace, 2 or 3 pairs back, and plenty of room up the Rose Hill straight. The Rose Hill straight, and plenty of room to find out. Zach Lloyd has won on this horse before. They've thrown him back on, left Jamie Carr back in Melbourne, and he likes a trip. And Zachy Lloyd loves Rose Hill.
Bit scared. Well Ness has just said, "Lady die, lady die, died, lady die," and then there's something.
I know there's one down the bottom here, call die.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no.
And its form's not that bad, but I tell you what.
How good's the venom?
The venom's always there. Look, Marto, it's good to see that you're taking a leaf out of my book, and that is that when you're not tipping winners, you try to find short ones, but then they still don't win. Good luck.
It doesn't run yet, mate.
Oh, well, good luck. I hope it does. But I tried that for a while. It didn't work for me.
No. I could have looked for a bit of value, but this one really stood out to me, so I'm going with it.
All right, we need Taz up and about again. Race 3, number 5. How do you say this one, Marto?
Apulia.
Apulia.
Okay.
That's how I
Apulia
would
is
say it
actually
anyway.
it's a black booker of mine, and I'll tell you what exactly my black book notes say.
I like a black book.
Big track, big track, mile plus, huge watch.
Ooh,
Guess what?
Yep.
Flemington.
big track.
What distance, boys?
Oh, gee, I hope it's over a mile.
1800.
1800
plus.
Wow,
Big watch. Bang. 5-1.
Get in the queue.
And I think this horse is pretty much gearing up to head towards the Derby. So
I agree.
Well, I reckon it's a huge chance. I mean, I've got stuff here about it. There's probably going to be a bit of pace. It's probably, I think, needs a little bit of pace. It should get it. I'm not too concerned about the barrier because it'll just track across. What I'm hoping is it probably puts that favourite Riff Rocket in a pocket.
Oh, it's a false favourite.
Yep.
Okay, I think it is, and I think it just holds it in a pocket.
Yep.
And when it's time to go, Apulia pulls the trigger.
Yeah, I've got a black booker in this in Rip Raw. I've been following this a bit. It was a bit stiff when it was first up. Should have won. Really poor in town, and then it goes back to the bush and just flogs them at a bit.
Yeah, it did.
So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's
know.
the
I
way
reckon Damien Lane sticks. Anyway, there's your poison, but I like it, Tassie.
I
It's
got
trained
no
on the track
poison.
as well.
I like
it helps.
Apulia.
I
I
like it.
agree that Apulia is probably heading towards a Derby type race, if not the Derby. And Riff Rocket is well and truly under the odds in this race. I don't think he should be $2.70.
Yeah,
I don't think either. I mean, he couldn't beat that snow, but he couldn't beat Snow Zone last start.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly right.
Couldn't catch him.
Another one.
Another one.
Is that another win we've had or another loss? Is that
No,
what you're
another
saying?
loss.
Was that
And
another one?
as we always worry about, the venom is there. And then tell you what, there's going to be venom today because the Phantom's been on the jungle drums. I'm not sure. Can we say that now? I'm not too sure. But the Ghost Who Walks, the drums are beating. And he said, I'm getting rid of you losers, even though Marto's 3 from 3, Pez is 2 from 3. Tassie's 0 from 3. The Phantom's just put a line through us all, Taz.
He's taken over.
It's one in, all in. So basically, if the Phantom is saying, if Tassie's no good, one of those blokes. Yep.
And the best thing about the Phantom is he has a crack. So he's not going to cost you a lot of money. He's not going to be like 6 from 6 from 6 from 6, where you're going to be spending about 100 for about 2%. You're going to get a deal off the Phantom.
Sweet.
So we believe in the Ghost Who Walks. So the Ghost Who Walks, wowee. In a very tough race, if you take out the favourite first immortal, he's gone 2, 7, 15 and 18.
So how many runners are in this?
There's
20.
a million.
So there's 20 runners and he's taken 4.
Yes.
This is unheard of.
He's the Phantom.
That's it. He's going to pull strings that we've never seen.
The best thing is he's already chosen number 7. Now, Marto has nightmares about this horse because he keeps telling us it can't win.
It's got me twice.
It's won its last 2 starts and Marto's tipped against it both times. So the Phantom's gone. Marto's just poisoned. Coming down from Sydney, the 7's got to be in, says the Ghost Who Walks.
Yep.
Chuck it in.
I was actually disappointed, Marto, because I was hoping that your meat and veg would be in this race, because then I would have just backed Athapascan.
Mate, we would launch in Athapascan if Marto tipped in this race.
Oh, my Lord. That would be 3 in a row. I couldn't tip in this race. I mean, winning, you're in the cup, but Jesus, 4 from 20. Wow, good luck with that, the Phantom.
Yeah.
And then I'm the second leg, am I? Am I the second leg?
Well, the Phantom's the first leg.
Yeah, I know.
First immortal, Tassie thinks it's going to be favourite if it wins this race for the Caulfield Cup in a week's time.
I agree. Wins tomorrow, I think it's favourite for the Caulfield Cup. Yep.
There you go.
That's my call.
In the 16, if I'm going to go a bit wide, I'll probably throw in the 16 in mostly cloudy. I think the Butterson young lad are going pretty well, and Daniel Moore knows how to ride a winner in spring. So,
if I was having a bet in this race, I think First Immortal probably should win, but it's a bit short. If you're going for longer odds, I think Alaskan God might be a little bit of a chance of getting in there. But,
the Phantom just goes. The Phantom just
bang,
goes.
One out.
It's the Turnbull. Who cares what you all think? I'm going 1 out.
Yeah.
Romantic Warrior, the horse from Hong Kong. The horse
and look,
actually beaten
you've got to
Golden
agree.
60. So if you think
It
Golden
has beaten
60 is
Golden
not a bad
60.
horse, Romantic Warrior's pants golden 60 a couple of times. So Romantic Warrior unbeaten first up ever. And of course, it always loves the disc. It doesn't matter if it runs from 1400 to 25. Does not matter with this horse. It's there.
I have a question for you, Pezza, with this one.
Yes.
And, I'm sure that, if good old James McDonald would answer your calls, he'd answer it. Could this potentially be winning tomorrow?
Yes.
Could this then go to a Caulfield Cup and win? Could this then go to a Cox Plate and win as well?
Nah, the grand final was a Cox Plate. So if it
you don't
wins
think
tomorrow,
they go for the 3 in a row?
No.
No, I agree. I don't think he's in the Caulfield. I think he goes to Cox Plate.
I don't think he is, but I'm just saying the
I
type of horse that he is, could he be the one that?
Well, they do run every week over there. There's no problem about not like backing them up.
Yeah.
I just think his grand final was a Cox Plate. That's what they've come for. So that's the
yeah.
game. And actually, I saw it at track work at Werribee. Jesus Christ, it looks. It's a beautiful.
He was getting warm late. But here's a couple of things for people that don't like launching into favourites like this. Romantic Warrior's never touched a wet track. At Sha Tin, he lives just down the road, so he walks to every race. He's never been bound up in the back of a what do you call one of those trailers?
Yep.
Trailers.
To be carted to the racetrack. So that
horse floats.
Float, that's it. Yeah, horse float.
Horse
so
float.
he may get a little bit worked up, and so they'd have to get him to track early to ease him down again. But
he's not coming
like you said,
far,
it's a very,
mate.
very special
He's only
horse.
coming from Werribee.
Yep. The fact is, he's still going to be floated to the track instead of walking to the track. It's a 20-minute, half-hour walk from his stable to Sha Tin. But very, very special horse and absolutely sensational over 2,000 metres. And I don't think it'll be too wet. We'll get probably a soft 6, maybe get up to a soft 5 by the time this race runs.
Now, the best news,
very hard.
Best news about this race, Tassie, is PaLTI put a line through. It's going to have its first competition. Can you believe that?
Competition, Tom.
I can believe it, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And not only, this is happening for 2 reasons.
Yes.
One of them that you'll announce, and the other one is because I don't get to pick in this race.
Yes.
I'm devastated. I'm devastated. I can't pick a quaddie winner, and the moment I get one, I'm still just shaking. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Very quickly, the details will be launched tomorrow mid-afternoon. Is that we're going to have a great pick the winner of the basically the Turnbull. If you pick the winner, you're the first one to pick the winner. You're going to get a couple of bets in the Caulfield Cup and the Everest, which is on next week. And not just little bets too, Tassie. You're going to have a throw, a pineapple and a pineapple, 50 skins each.
Sweet.
So thanks again.
Who doesn't love free money?
Support of Bet Galaxy. We love that you're on board, and it loves that everything's starting to filter back to our PaLTI familiar. So
there is a key, though.
Get your mates on the page.
There is a key.
There is a key. That's what I was going to say. So this, it's not about tipping Tassie's pick, the Phantom's pick, or the winning pick, is it?
No. This will be a competition that we believe, which makes it more open to everybody. If the first person to pick the winner without Romantic Warrior, so we're going to rule the favourite out. So, for example, if you throw a couple of bucks on Gold Trip, or if you think Gold Trip's going to win, put it in the comments below in tomorrow's Facebook page. And, of course, if you're the first one that's tipped Gold Trip and it wins or comes second, you're get the winner. 2 pineapples to have a crack at in the Everest and the Caulfield Cup.
How easy is that?
Yes. Oh, mate, magnificent. Our first competition, boys and girls, and non-binary folk alike.
Pick the winner without the favourite.
You will put up an individual post as well, Pezza, just to make it clear to everyone.
Absolutely. There'll be an individual post launched tomorrow mid-afternoon with all the details on how to win. And the simple thing is just pick the winner of the Turnbull without Romantic Warrior in it. How easy is that?
Pezza, can I just say, for the guys that are watching the show that actually get on and make their selection and you add it to this post that is up, you will then end up moving those to the other page with a timestamp. I will. If you put it, so that way everyone knows. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, you will be adding.
One entry per person, right?
Pretty cool.
Yes. 1 entry per person.
1 entry per person. That's right. 1 entry per person.
Yep.
1 entry per person.
Goes without saying, but it's got to be said.
Yes. So okay, here we go. We're at the Phantom, the 3rd leg. Here we go.
3 out.
He's going 3, the Phantom. He's going Jigsaw, Star Patrol, and of course, C'est Magique.
Star Patrol, I think, is one of the best of the day. I don't mind going short in this leg.
Yeah, Star
Oh,
Patrol
dear.
was really tough first up. Taz is going to give us all the reasons why it's going to be beaten, but geez, it was
Yeah,
tough.
because
look gone.
well, triple missiles form first up is pretty good.
Oh,
Triple missile with the cut in the ground goes pretty good. Jamie Carr and L. Smith, geez, what a combination they've been. Pretty
No, you've
good.
just blown it.
yeah.
That's
Jamie
all.
Carr. See you later.
No worries. That's okay.
I like Saint Majid with the weight and
Jamie G. It's not bad. Yeah, for sure.
wasn't a bad run last start. It looked like it was going to be a little bit better, but it was only beaten at 1.7 lengths more, so it wasn't too bad at all. But I tell you what, Star Patrol, they've got to get past it, whatever they do. Whoever's going to win, they're going to have to beat it because Star Patrol loves a bit of a fight down the straight. Don't worry about that.
Certainly does. And Benny Mellum knows how to ride him well.
Big boy Benny. The Phantom doesn't care about anything, and he's going short in the last as well. Now, this is a tough race.
This is a
It's a super tough race.
$12, 25%.
How good is that?
How good?
Nice.
And Pezza, you know what the beauty of it is?
Yeah.
You can actually put the Phantom's quaddie on and get 25% for $12.
Yeah.
And then take everything else in and probably cost you, I don't know, 220 and get 1%. And you're still a winner.
Oh, I
Still a winner.
But the Phantom doesn't miss. So what do you got? $48 for 100%. Even that's not a big outlay, is it?
No. So the Phantom hasn't missed yet. So he's 3 from 3. So well done to the Phantom.
Yes.
Good job. Now, he's 2 from 2. But anyway, the Phantom's just taken over. He's had enough of us. He's put a line through us. 3 strikes, we're out. We've had the All-Stars, the PaLTI. The boys were back in town, and now they're gone. And now the Phantom's just taken over because he goes, it's all mine, boys.
Do you think at any stage the Phantom will sort of come forward and, expose himself and tell us who he is? Yeah.
No.
Do you think that'll ever happen?
Hides behind a mask.
Yeah.
Superheroes wear masks, Taz. Superheroes wear masks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well,
Secret identities.
Anyway,
I'm wearing one right now.
Pretty tough. But I think the Phantom's got it. Its numbers 4, 5, 6, and 9. Now we're going to go to Pez's here. Pez's push. Here we go. Now Pez has actually got one. He's got one in the last. I don't know what Pez is doing at the moment. He's thinking a little bit me.
It
The
is.
last couple of his tips have been in the last race of the day, waiting around. I don't think that's a real good thing for Pez either. But Flemington, race 10, number 9, Umgawa for the Corsten stable. Harry Coffey jumps on. Billy Egan's off. Now, Umgawa, fair dinkum, Tez, I know you love Hoof on a Till.
I do.
But this horse has been racing in a lot harder races than this. And it's the last leg of the quaddie, and it's going back to Flemington. It gets back. It charges home. It's honest as the day long. I think with Harry on board, we time it right. We get over the Sydney form horse in Tamerlane, and I just think it wins.
Oh.
I like it. Send me my numbers.
Think,
the Phantom's got him in these numbers.
I think between you, Marto, and the Phantom, fantastic. But between me and Venom, Minx moment.
No,
Minx
stop
moment.
saying
Oh,
it.
dear.
Stop saying
That's
it.
the one. No, that's the Venom. It's just coming out from this side of my face.
When does Craig Williams ride a winner in the last? Never.
He doesn't. Never.
hope-
No.
Honestly, I hope he doesn't. But look, this horse, you're right. It's got its hoof on its heel.
Absolutely.
Otherwise known as a gunner, and I think it's due to gunner win.
It's going to win.
So I agree with you. It's going to win.
Absolutely.
Pretty short this
Very, very
week. 320 in the
positive jockey
5s and the 650. 104 skins gets it back for the triple up. Let's go. And of
G'day,
course,
Beautiful.
it's a knockout. We're going to finish with this, boys.
That's the name of the game.
Okay. And Wick, no, unfortunately, Wick's out. Marto, Sydney race 7, number 3, Young Werther.
Sydney race 7, number 3, Young Werther. Yes, not bad last start. Certainly a horse in form. I'm just trying to bring this up. Oh, got all my notes here.
Billy Egan's jumped off.
Billy Egan has come up. He's
come up to Sydney to ride it.
Yeah, mate. They brought him up from Sydney. Billy Egan's not riding too bad at the moment. Billy Egan does ride this horse all right. It's actually 2 from 2 on this horse, so it's not too bad at all. Look, he's going for 3 in a row. He's got the runs on the board. This is a stronger race, probably getting the right odds. It's actually coming to 15s now. I'm looking at. I was hoping he'd go around to $21, but yeah, not a bad chance. Got the runs on the board. Moonee Valley, Flemington form, brings it up to Sydney. Billy Egan on, gate 14. Don't worry about that. He's just going to be charging home.
Okay. Now, Tassie, Sydney race 5, number 14, Peer Pressure. Spelt
That's right.
P-I-E-R, not P-E-R.
That's right. And there is no peer pressure here. This horse here ran third in the size behind Militarize. Okay, this horse is third up over 1,400. I think it maps well. It's going to get back and just power home. This race does say upset looming. And if there is one, peer pressure is the one to go. Just to say, when we first started, it's a knockout.
Yep.
The first tip I had, Polly,
yeah,
happened to have run a drum yesterday, second run since, paid $9 to play. So always keep an eye out on these.
I think the captain was on. Captain Woodsy was on too.
Yeah. So it's always good to follow them up. And I don't know how the other one went today, Sharp Shock. But anyway, good luck. Peer pressure.
Yeah, Pierce's found one a bit short too in the last, in Brisbane race 6, number 10, Maya Bay. Now, this horse does you like this little story I'm about to tell you.
I like stories.
Okay, Maya Bay last start, 4th, torrid run. It was like Cliffy Young running from Sydney to Melbourne. It was like wearing gumboots over 685 clicks. No good. Now, CJ, don't know what she was doing, but she's kept on. This horse was back from $81 to 12 skins last start. The plunge was on, and they left it in the bag. So I reckon they're going to back it up. And I tell you what, if it gets a little bit of an easier run, it's going to be there when the whips are cracking. So
all three have been backed in, Pezzo.
Easier run.
All three have been backed in.
Yeah,
19s and 17s.
Yep. Well, they left it in the bag. 81s in the 10s.
That's huge.
Yes.
That's huge.
And then and it was one of the worst runs you've ever seen. You just be like crying, going, "Oh my god!"
Jockey change or same jockey?
I think it's the
same jockey.
So
yeah, you mentioned that CJ staying on.
Mm.
So they like what she did. They ran 4th last start.
Yeah, so very interesting race, and I'm just excited to see if it does get plunged again, because obviously the boys who are in this horse have got some deep pockets. So
chances are, if it doesn't get plunged, I would hate to think that if she rides it badly, she does.
Mate, it was beaten under a length. That's how sickening it was.
Yeah, she was close at the lane.
All
yeah,
I
remember
to run
watching that race.
If you run a drum, you get your money back plus. Do you know what I mean?
0.8 lengths when you imagine being on at 80s and you're 0.8 lengths already, let alone third.
You're thinking. You're probably thinking about the new car you're getting, the holiday you're taking, all that.
You're right.
The presents you're getting for the kids. You've already, and then all of a sudden, bang.
So anyway, boys, it's great. There's no footy, so we're all feeling a bit. I don't know. What do we feel?
It's good racing, though. It's good racing, and I think we need to invite our Palmy to invite some of their friends. Get on board. Let's get the numbers up and running. Bring it, make our little community a little bit bigger. We are a private group. We could go public and just get any Tom, Dick, or Harry, but it's nice when we've got it private because we can keep it as PC as we like, I guess, can't we?
That's right. Yeah, no.
And an exclusive PaLTI competition this week. It's not open to everyone.
Good.
Run by the boys at PaLTI.
Yeah,
put a line through Romantic Warrior and who's going to win the Turnbull outside of Romantic Warrior, and away you go. You might be able to throw $100 that you didn't have on the winner of the Everest and the Corporate Cup.
I'm surprised that we went to the Turnbull with the competition because there's a big race in South Australia on Saturday, the Murray Bridge Cup.
The Murray
Bridge Cup. Now that would have been
surely, you know, I mean, it was a difficult decision for us to decide Murray Bridge Cup or
Shane Carl Morty. I
don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Ruffy at 70 skins.
We'll be looking forward to your tip in the Murray Bridge Cup this weekend, Taz.
We
South
might
Australia.
have one. We might
Absolutely,
have one.
I'm sure you will. You'll be all over it.
There was one
to see the Hill Stakes returning to Rose Hill for the first time since 2011. It's finally back at home.
There you go.
Wow.
And don't forget that we got the what is it? What was it this week? The Turnbull. But
Turnbull.
Well, then the next month, holy hell, have we got some busy weeks coming up?
Oh, Everest, Caulfield, Coxblade, the big dance.
The 6 group, the 7 group,
King Charles,
Derby Day. which is my favourite day of racing. And of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
How
It's a
good.
ripper day.
Yeah. So Tassie, thanks for coming today. Thanks, Marto.
It's
Marto, I hope you
always a
didn't lose
pleasure.
too much
to
money
be here.
today.
Yes.
We always get it back on the next race, don't we? Gamble responsibly.
Oh. And
Oh,
great to see you,
dear.
Tassie. The best.
Always.
Hey, it's
always a
Pez's time of the year for footy too. The draft.
Oh, you love it.
Oh, that's.
Hey, they put Clayton Oliver up.
Being a North Melbourne supporter, this is it. This is all we get.
Zach Fisher, you can have him.
Oh, yeah.
Zach Fisher.
Yeah,
Melbourne's
best
put Clayton
thing is
Oliver
we're
up
gonna
as
play
trade bait.
What's that?
Melbourne has put Clayton Oliver up as trade bait.
Yeah, there's a few
What the
rumours
hell's
going
going
around
on
about
there?
Clayton Oliver too.
Oh,
Tassie.
is that going to
Yeah,
happen, or is
and-
it just to
and-
see what happens? I mean, that's a $7
No.
million contract they're going to rip up if he
Yeah,
goes.
but
What?
no, they'll be paying a little bit. But I think, yeah, let's just
Bloody hell,
say
Let's
that what
just leave it at
Pezza
that.
just said is true. There's a few rumours out
Yeah,
there
there
as
is,
to
yeah.
why.
Yeah. I don't
So-
see it happening myself. It's just going to cost another club too much and too many picks.
And the best thing about it is North, if we lost in the last game to Gold Coast, we wouldn't have to try to draft for Harley Reid. But anyway, I'll get over that in about 38 years, just like Surprise Baby in the 2019 Melbourne Cup.
Oh,
Thanks very much, guys. Thank you. Let's
Thanks,
go.
good on
Pezza.
you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas. Have a
Get
Get in
great
there,
week.
PaLTI Army. Bring your mates
That's
in.
it.
Let's
Beautiful.
go. Exclusive competitions. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Thank you.
We're line through. Hooroo.
Bye-bye.
See ya.